So before I get into the video, I want to update you guys that are my current subscribers or not my current subscribers. That's at the moment from October 8th to the 12th till Black Ops 4's release, I'm going to be doing a daily upload spree of Call of Duty World War II and basically saying a farewell to Call of Duty World War II on my channel. That's just a quick update for you guys, and I just wanted to inform you guys before I get into this video. But for today's video, I am gonna do a history of a variant of the epic variant for the M38, the Top O Morton, because the Top O Morton is actually a real gun in real life. Now, if you don't know what a history of variant series is, I basically take a look at the real life predecessors of the Call of Duty World War II variants and basically give you guys a little history behind them and whatnot. So my name is Nick and welcome back to another video of mine. But without further ado, let's get right into the video and see what the real life predecessor is for the epic variant for the M38, the Top O Morton. So I can't talk about the Top O Morton epic variant until I talk about the gun that it's a epic variant for, which is the M38 in Call of Duty World War II. In real life, this gun is called the MOS 38, and it was a French submachine gun designed prior to the Second World War and was used by French and German forces. It was produced immediately after World War I, and prior to the development of this weapon, France used a variety of German and Swiss submachine guns while developing their own submachine gun, which soon became the MOS 38. This gun was in service from 1939 to 1951 and saw its use in World War II, the First Indochina War, and the Vietnam War, and it was manufactured by the MOS company. I'm not going to say it because it is French, but I can't really say it, but I'm not going to say it at all. So in short terms, it's MOS. But in 1940, the German army will seize the MOS plant and soon end the large-scale production of the MOS 38. And soon the German army accepted this gun as a substitute standard weapon, naming it the 7.65mm MP722, and they also continued the production of this gun for their own armed forces. Now, production ended for this gun in 1946, and by that time, almost 2,000 were manufactured before the German occupation, and further production is really unknown about this gun. This gun is a really big question mark for a lot of gun history. Now, the French police continued to use the MOS 38 after World War II until it was placed in the 1950s by the MAT 49 submachine gun, but I'm not going to put a picture of that gun. Also, fun fact, on April 28th, 1945, the MOS 38 was the gun used by Italian partisans to shoot the former fascist dictator Benito Mussolini and killing him. Now, that's some history behind the MOS 38, or aka the M38 in Call of Duty World War II. Now let's talk about real life stats between the MOS 38 and Call of Duty World War II stats between the M38 to see if they're, historically accurate. So let's talk about the MOS 38 stats first. So the weight of this gun was about 6.3 pounds, and the cartridge shot was a 7.65mm Langu, and the rate of fire was 600 to 700 rounds per minute, and its feed system was a 32-round detachable box magazine. It couldn't hold any more or any less. Now that's the stats for the MOS 38. Now let's look at the stats for the M38 in Call of Duty World War II to see if it's historically accurate. So the stats for the Call of Duty World War II M38 is it has a rate of fire of 689 to 740, and its magazine size ranges from a 30-round box magazine to a 45-round extended mag box magazine. Now really, this gun is somewhat accurate. It's not that accurate. The 689 rounds per minute without rapid fire is in the perfect range of what its rate of fire would have been, but the rounds is just 2 more up and it will be accurate, but it can never hold an extended mags. But other than that, this is somewhat accurate to the real life MOS 38. But that's basically pretty much it about the history of the real life M38. Now let's take a look at what we've all been waiting for, and that's what is the real life predecessor of the Top O Morton epic variant. And I'm 100% sure that the real life predecessor for the Top O Morton epic variant is the MOS 48. This was a prototype French submachine gun designed by the MOS company, and it was designed to replace the MOS 38 in French French military service. So the Mac Company, the Moss Company, and the Mac Company produced their own versions of the Moss to basically replace, or not the Moss, but their own versions to replace the Moss 38, and the winner was the Mat's Company, the Mat 49, which soon became the gun that was replaced in 1950s to be used by the French police. And due to their loss, the Moss Company actually started destroying all of the Moss 48s, and there are only a handful of surviving Moss 48s out there. Now, fun fact, there's also a variant version of this that shoots a .30 carbine, and it was used for the French Army's carbine project, but it was later scrapped due to a lack of funding for this version of the gun. Now let's talk about the real life stats of the Moss 48 and compare it to the Top O Morning stats. Now, first off, the Moss 48 stats. It shot a 9x19 Parabellum and also a .30 carbine, and its overall weight was 6.6 pounds, and its magazine was a 32 round box magazine, and it had a 500 round per minute fire rate. Now, I already said the M38 stats, which is the exact same as the Topo Mortons, and really they're nowhere near accurate to the Moss 48. So the Topo Morton is not historically accurate to its real life predecessor, the Moss 48. But guys, that is sadly the end of this video, and if you guys did like this, drop a like, it helps me out a ton. And if you're new to subscribe for more music content, because I upload Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And remember that bell subscribe button so you don't miss an upload. And also follow me on twitch.tv/DezNik45 to check out my Battle Royale streams. I have everything set up, the overlays, the alerts, and all that. So if you want to come and chill and watch me play some Battle Royale games and whatnot, then I highly recommend checking out my Twitch channel. Remember, it's twitch.tv/DezNik45. Also, what up a cartoon series playlist right now, and I'll put it in the description down below. Series playlist is called The History of a Variant series, and I basically take a look at the real life predecessors of some Call of Duty World War II variants and give you guys some background of those real life guns and whatnot, because some of them are pretty interesting. Some of them were in service, some of them are prototypes, and some of them are completely secret guns that were just crazy and were not gonna be functional and whatnot, and they just been completely scrapped and they're archived, and there's only like a few surviving out there. It's really interesting. I love doing this series, and I know some of you guys probably find this series pretty interesting. But if anything what I said interests you, then I highly recommend checking out the playlist after the video. But again, guys, that's basically pretty much it, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. And also comment down below your thoughts about everything you learned and what you found interesting from what you learned. Did you like how the M38 was the gun that killed Benito Mussolini, or do you like how the Moss 48 was just a completely prototype gun used to replace the M38? Just anything, I would love to hear in the comments down below. But I'll see you guys in my next video, and peace.